Okay, I've been wanting to make an update on my Sublocade journey, but I haven't had a chance. And I know my house is going to be loud because my husband and son are loud, and plus we're going to have my bonus daughter. So I'm just going to make it while I'm in the parking lot waiting on my son. Anyway, the last injection I got was like December 12th or 15th, something like that, and I haven't had one since. I've been doing good. We had a snow and ice storm, and I was snowed in the house, and I started having some withdrawals. They weren't bad. It was the sweats mainly. I was sweating, and it was like 10 degrees outside, and I was, the sweats, the icky, clammy sweats. They weren't as bad. Hush, my dog is the worst rider in the world. He just sits there and whines and he gets on my nerves. I love him so much, but he just makes me so mad when he does that. Anyway, where was I saying? Okay, so the sweats had a little bit, and the health problems that I've been going through, I'm really tired. So let me back up. Didn't get my injection. I told them to hold it because I thought if I need it, I can get it. But so it's there, I know, but I'm going to try to not get it. Well, they couldn't hold it any longer, and my insurance went up to $1,280 a month, and I cannot afford that. And even if I could afford that, I wouldn't pay it. That's crazy. So I'm just relying on God. But I do have some health issues that I'm trying to get figured out. I don't know. I hate to self-diagnose, but it's like I've taken a narcolepsy test, and I scored very high, and all the signs point to that. I just struggle staying awake sometimes, and I'm going to tell you, as a used to be an addict, that is hard, and it's triggering in itself. And also, I've just never had a lot of energy, and that is one thing that drew me to drugs, is I didn't have energy, and they gave me energy. So it's frustrating, and I get like kind of, why don't I, poor pitiful me, I get sad because I don't ever have energy and I don't feel good. And people get tired of hearing you say you don't feel good. I get tired of saying I don't feel good, but I get tired of just not waking up and having energy. Like, I sleep all through the night, so why don't I have energy? Anyway, so that's kind of been playing into it, and that was hard. And January was a hard month for me. I struggled with my mental health through January. I usually starts in December, but it didn't come around until January, and it was, plus we were snowed in and stuck at the house, so it was a rough month. But I'm feeling better. I didn't cry any except one day. I told my husband, I was like, I'm having withdrawals and it's really hard, and I broke down and I cried, and he was like, is there anything I can do? And I'm like, no, there's not. I mean, he's like, nothing. I'm like, no, I mean, you can pray for me and that's it. Like, and there's nothing. And it went away not too long. Like, so it hasn't lasted. And like, my mind knows what would take it away. But I don't even want it. So that is such a blessing, because I knew it would take it away, and I was going to find it, and I was going to get it. But I don't even want to take a Suboxone, or I don't want my injection again. Like, it's not that bad. So, and I'm telling you, when I say I was terrified to go through withdrawals, terrified. So I highly encourage you, if you're wanting to get off Suboxone, and if you think that you're strong enough in your journey and in your recovery, and you're at a place that you can try it. You can always get back on, or you can stay on the injection, or you could go back to the Suboxone if you're not in that place in your life that you can't do it. And if you've changed your life and turned your life around, and Suboxone keeps you doing good, and you don't abuse it, and you take as little as you can to get by and have a normal, productive life, I'm all for it, and I support it. There's so many different pathways. Some people don't think being on Suboxone sober, and maybe it's not 100% sober, but addiction is a disease, and you treat diseases with medication. And I know I wouldn't be where I was at if I hadn't had the Suboxone and then the Sublocade. I just felt God calling me to get off of it, and I wanted to prove to myself, not anybody else, because I've had people say, oh, you're not sober, you're on Suboxone, you're not sober, you've got a crutch. And maybe it was, but they didn't bother me, because I was proud of myself, because the girl and the person that I was before didn't have this life, and I didn't even care to have this life. Like, I couldn't pay bills, I didn't have a job, I couldn't take care of my kid, I couldn't have been a wife, I didn't go to church, I didn't have a relationship with God. So my son should be out here. I text him anyway. I just get to talk to y'all longer, but I would not be where I'm at without it. But I needed to prove to myself that I could do it, that I could do this, that I could kick all this all together, because I just wanted to, and I just felt that I was at a place where I could get off of it, and I wouldn't want to go back to finding something on the street, because I knew I was over that. Like, I know what kind of life that brings, and I don't want that. And I know that if I did it one time, that shame and guilt that I have would probably pull me under. So I was good. So like I'm saying, I have had a little bit of withdrawal, but it is nothing compared to what it was when I was sweating, puking, pooping, everything, just so sick, and I would have done anything to make it go away. It wasn't like that. It was just a little hour or so of it, maybe, and just kind of a little bit of uncomfortable, but the mental wasn't torture like I remember it used to be. And it was nowhere bad enough where I wanted to stop it. I know that I could handle it. Even if it stayed consistent all day, I could have handled it. But it didn't. It was just coming in spurts and waves. Okay, I don't know where I was at. My husband called and my son got in the vehicle. Hi, baby. So all that to say that if you are in addiction, I love you. And you can make it out. There is such a better life, because I was a mother who was not there for her child. I was a daughter who was so crappy to her mom. I couch surfed and did not have my life together at all. I just lived for drugs. No matter, even though I loved my son so much, that's the only thing I could live for. But I made it out. We have a life. My son forgave me. Did you forgive me? Yeah. I mean, and it didn't take pulling teeth. He was just happy to have his mom home and to get better. Your kids love you. If you don't have a good supportive system, I'm sorry. I did. But you can reach out to me. But you can do it. It is possible. And I'm telling you, God is what got me through. But at first, I didn't want any faith shoved down my throat. I refused to go to a faith-based program. I didn't want it. But God was right there all along, and I just kept getting little tidbits, and then finally it all came together. Like, that is what has got me through. I will not ever push it on anybody who doesn't believe that, but I pray for everyone, and I will never not pray for everyone. If you are on your journey with Suboxone or Sublocade, and you're tired of it, try the Sublocade injection if you can get it. Try it, please. I mean, like I said, you can always go back. If it's not working, you can always go back. But there is always a way out, and there is always a better life, and you deserve it no matter how bad of a person you've been. If you want to change and it's in your heart, you can change. You can do it. You can turn your life around. So that is all I've got for you tonight. Have a good day. If you have any questions or you need any help, my inbox is always open, or you can leave a comment and I can answer any question you have. Have a good weekend.